Hello and welcome to Clay to Canopy, the show where I attempt to make just about everything from the ground up. And welcome to week 18 of the Don't Wake the Dragon build series. It is Thursday, December 15th. I just gotten back from my trip. I went up to Big Bear Lake. I don't know what it is. Alright, whoa, wait for the plane. I think I can no longer call myself an East Coast girl. It was snowing because it's December and it was up in the mountains. It's only about 2 hours away from where I live, 3 hours of traffic. I have been away from the East Coast, I think, for far too long now in order to consider myself an East Coaster. Yeah, it was really icy and the snow is beautiful, and my truck, even though it has snow tires on it, hit a couple patches of ice a couple times. The feeling of slipping on ice, I was just like no bueno. And I was ready to leave immediately after that. Especially since the mountains here are kind of weird. This is partly why I don't go hiking here. You have to drive up to the top of the mountain before you can hike. And then you have to hike down, which is like the complete opposite of the East Coast. The East Coast, you start at the bottom, you go up, and up is the hardest part of the climb. So you're going up and you're like, oh, I'm a bit tired now. Now I'm gonna turn around and go back. The problem when you start at the top and you start hiking down is you kind of can't get a gauge as to how tired you're going to be for the climb coming back up. Also, it's incredibly sandy here. There aren't really many rails, even on hiking trails, but also in the car trails. There's literally like a tiny metal guardrail and then a dead drop. There's about 6 inches of room between the end of the lane and the dead drop. A bunch of windy around a mountain and a bunch of ice and snow. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be returning to the mountains in a very long time here in California. I did enjoy myself. The cabin was beautiful. It was a really cute cabin, cozy, so I hung out in the cabin, had a great time. The scenery was great, got to see trees that were, covered in snow. But yeah, I think I now have to just start calling myself a Southern California girl and just accept that that is now who I am. That being said, I do have some sun ahead of me, thankfully. It was like 10 degrees there. I've got a 70-degree day today, 2 hours away. I'm gonna be taking apart the tarp that I had up because it's looking like I got a good stretch with no rain, and I really want to attack that base. And then I'm also gonna continue on adding pieces to this head and to the nose. The base is finished. I coated the black. It's now overcast, so I don't think that I'm going to be able to get a second coat. And honestly, I don't even think a second coat is going to be necessary. So that's just going to chill out for the night. And hopefully I won't get any kind of rain because I'm going to leave the shell out. I mean, it is technically waterproof, but I still don't want it getting hammered yet until it's had its full-on coating. I'm going to go ahead and prep this, get it ready to add another layer, another circular layer, and then hit up the horns. So this is going to have to go in several goes because it's large now and it's a little bit more tricky to keep the whole thing aligned without having to put on a bunch of brackets. I have a small section, 4 panels of this aligned, actually 5 panels properly. And I'm going to apply the strips just to get that in place, and when that hardens and is set, I can then rotate it and adjust what I need to. Probably going to be about 3 goes before this whole section is fully stiffened to where I need it to be, and then I can pop the stitches off and address the inside. Alright, that about does it for tonight. I got the horns all done and this setting up, as well as everything pulled apart over there because the stain is drying. I'm going to call it here and hopefully be out here bright and early tomorrow. Good morning. It is Saturday. I popped out here yesterday and the base was still a bit tacky and I wanted to give it another day to cure, but I did stabilize and throw on tape for the head off camera. So today I think though I want to go head over and begin tackling that base. I was thinking about this last night and this morning. I'm worried that the resin may run under where I have that border. So before I start mixing mica resin and pouring it into the base, I think I'm going to take some thickener and go in with a thin line of just clear resin around where the base meets that border and let it harden. That way any of the colored resin won't seep under into where the carcass is. I also did not have the resin yesterday. It didn't come until late in the evening. I had ordered it about a week ago and I was waiting for it to come. So I wouldn't have been able to hit that base anyway, so it was probably good that it got the extra day. And I have been intermittently just kind of continuing on with these dragon head parts. Maybe I am not gonna hit the base right at this moment. Little Sly just went to crawl under the base to take a nap. Okay then, that changes things. I guess I'm gonna tackle this head for a bit. Just thinking about where the nostrils are gonna go. So maybe I'm gonna play with some paper and figure out where the nostrils are gonna be. I kind of feeling like, oh, this is the head. The nostrils need to be in here somewhere. And because I am going to have those nostrils smoke, I am going to need to cut a hole where the nostrils are going to go. And even though this dragon head is going to be laying sideways, the nose tip is still going to be kind of jutted out, even though I got a foot under because the foot's going to be in the back end. So this will be up in the air and you'll still be able to see the nostrils. So let's work on that because I feel like I don't want to get too crazy into it and not be able to plow the holes through. I'm going to do that while that cat over there takes a nap under my dragon base. Alright, so I'm like having a weird brain fart because I had not planned on doing this task yet. So I'm trying to get my bearings over what the heck I'm supposed to be doing at the moment. And I'm total brain farting over here is what do I do? Anyhow, and now of course he left. I gave him another plate of food because he followed me to the door of the house, wanted something else, and I gave him another plate and now he's gone. So now I can go back to the base, but now I've already started this. This is my day, managing cats. Started this, I'm gonna just work this for a minute. Maybe I should just go deal with the base and come back. Oh, it's scattered. Alright, I'm gonna just go over there and deal with the base like I had planned. Alright, well the clear cures, I'm back over here at the nostril. Where the heck was I? Where the heck was I? It's here-ish. Alright, that took some finagling, but I think I'm happy with this nostril. I only just loosely taped it up so that I could take it apart to copy the pieces for the second nostril. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then I think I will probably remove all of these bits and then head over to check on what's going on with the base. Ooh, I see a dragon! Woohoo! Oh, I see a dragon! I'm going to smoke! Smoke out of those nostrils! Alright, it's about 2 o'clock and before I went to go take a lunch break, I made some peanut butter, threw it inside the nostrils, and I'm going to let this dry. I had leftover peanut butter, so I went in and did some filling, so I can't really touch this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and spend time dealing with the epoxy, the mica epoxy of the base, and then that's going to probably be it for me for tonight. Actually, that might be it for this vlog. I think I'm going to just try pouring from the top and see what happens. I also have no idea on how level the trailer is. I only start out with one pump. I just want to see where the heck it's going to run to first. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. All right, y'all, this is what I got. I ended up going over it with a bit of the roller. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. There are some bubbly areas. I need to wait and see how much of it bugs me and determine whether or not I want to add another coat of the mica resin combo. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna call this vlog here, and I'm gonna be moving into some craziness real soon, and we're gonna talk about that in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so already. Stick around to watch this project unfold, and remember, don't wake the dragon.